Well, thanks for watching on this. I almost said it was Wednesday. It's not. It's Tuesday. Good Tuesday morning to you. It is the 27th day of February. Still 2 more days left in February because it's leap year, so we will have a 29th day. And then on Friday, it will be March the 1st. We are live to the KGNS YouTube channel. We're live to the website at kgns.tv. And in just a little bit, we're going to talk about that truck that was allegedly driven into a local Stripes. We've got that video, and I've got a photo that we got from the Laredo Police Department, and I've got the details as far as what happened at that convenience store a little bit earlier this morning. So, well, actually it was overnight. But right now we're going to check in with Yolanda Villarreal because she does weather, and we check in with her every morning. Yolanda, what's going on?
Weather's crazy today. It's going to be a hot one. You know how many more days for summer season to start officially? It would be 114.
Whoa.
So it begins on June the 20th. And today it's going to be feeling a bit like summer. I've been mentioning this since yesterday. So for today, let me just tell you, highs across Texas are expected to range in the upper 80s and into the upper 90s. Some spots are not going to be lucky because they could get up to the triple digits. And we're one of those spots, Ruben. Laredo could get up to 100 today.
Why do you do that, Yolanda?
It's Mother Nature, I know.
Yes.
And you know what? This is preparing us for what's to come on summer. So summer, we know it's just like hundreds, feels like 115. That's what we could kind of expect for summer. But right now, let's take a look at our radar. What's going on? We do notice that there's lots of cloud coverage from Laredo to Corpus Christi, Victoria. Zapata is also getting some of this cloud coverage all the way into San Antonio. And throughout the early morning hours, lots of you saw some fog. So this was possible due to our winds that they weren't that strong and that warm air. So we do see still some spots, but it's not that heavy from Cotula all the way down into Falcon Lake, a 5-mile visibility, Carrizo Spring 4 all the way into San Antonio. So today we do see these temperatures. It's only morning and we're in the 60s and 70s already. So what's to come this afternoon is the heat. I don't know yesterday if many of you, when you were walking back to your car, you just feel that warm air from the cement. It's like, oh no, it's hot. And then when you get inside your car, it says like 90 degrees in there. So these are our temperatures right now, ranging in the 70s to 60s. Our winds are blowing from the southeast about 5 to 12 miles per hour. We're getting more of that warm, moist air. But our dew points will be dropping into the 50s because we have a present, because there will be a cold front passing by. That's why I said it's going to be a present, because for tomorrow, we're going to notice that change in our temperatures throughout the night. We're going to be dropping into the 50s as we have that cold front passing by. But for today, we do see that our temperatures will be ranging in the 90s from 1 p.m. all the way up to 7 p.m. at nighttime in the 90s. It is going to be a warm night for us. Our winds blowing from the east-southeast up to 10 miles per hour. For tonight, we're expected to reach a low of 60. But we do see, this is what I'm telling you about. So that's that cold front. Then it would be passing tomorrow throughout the day. Tomorrow, we're expected to reach a high in the 80s. It could probably drop into the 70s. Then for the night, we're going to be dropping into the 50s. And there we do see that that cold front could produce some rain chances, mainly in the west and also along the Texas coast. That would be happening tomorrow. So as we have that cold front pass by. So we do see for today, expected to reach a high of 98. But keep in mind, we could get into that triple digit. And we're not the only spot. It could be Cotula, El Sinal, Zapata, Freer, Tilden, that they could reach that triple digit. And then tomorrow it will be partly sunny, breezy conditions, gusts up to 33 miles per hour, and that will bring up the concern of elevated fire weather conditions tomorrow. So keep that in mind as well. Then we do see for the night, Wednesday all the way up to Thursday night, dropping into the 50s. Thursday and Friday, cooler conditions. Thursday, cloudy skies in the upper 60s. But then as we head towards the weekend, Rubin, you notice that those temperatures warm up once again into the 80s and 90s for Sunday. It is going to be humid, partly sunny and breezy, expected to reach a high of 91. Then also notice that our lows increase back into the 60s. By Monday, we do see that we're going to start off the week with warm temperatures, but another cold front is expected to pass by. And so far, it does not seem accompanied by rain, but it will be dropping our highs once again, probably into the low 80s. What do you think about that, Ruben?
Yolanda, did I see yesterday that we were the hottest spot in the nation? Did you see
yes.
that? Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. 98 was our high yesterday.
And that was the hottest in the nation?
Well, in Texas, I would say. In Texas, because there's above normal temperatures, like in Dallas, too. Temperatures that are not the usual for this time of the year. So spots like in Dallas, all the way down into San Antonio, they've been getting temperatures that are above normal. Not only just us, all the way into Oklahoma and the central states.
So we'll get a little bit of a break for the next couple of days, and then it'll just get warm again.
For tomorrow. Today, it's going to be feeling like summer. It's going to be hot. If they're going to be out there, drink plenty of water. Don't forget to apply some sunblock and try to wear loose clothing and light colors if possible.
All right, Yolanda Villarreal will be on Telemundo en tu casa at 11 o'clock this morning, and then I'll see you on KGNS News at noon, Yolanda.
Thank you.
Thank you much, Yolanda. All right, let's go ahead and take a quick break. When we come back, we'll take a quick look at traffic, and I'll have that story for you about the truck that was driven into the local stripes. Stay with me. I'll be right back.
You thought you had your... Yeah. It's a habit. I wonder what I scratched myself with. Look. Right here.
Does that look right now? Or what?
No, I saw it in the morning. I was like, what? Like a scratch. Interesting.
Okay, welcome back to the KGNS Digital News Desk. Let's take a look at traffic right now. Looking a little hazy out there at mile marker 9, that is off of I-35. Had another camera to show you. This would be within the city limits. This is Mines Road and Fletcher Lane. You do see a little bit of traffic out there on this Tuesday morning. And we are live to the KGNS website as well as to the YouTube channel. We're here every morning around 10 o'clock. If you want to let others know that we are here, I would appreciate that as we get the digital news desk going once again here at this brand new building that is here at 222 Bob Bullock Loop. So let me see here. We've got the video from this morning. This was what happened at the Stripes. This is over at Colton and McPherson Road, and here's what happened according to the Laredo Police Department. Well, first of all, they have arrested someone. This happened around 1:40 in the morning. A pickup truck crashed into the Stripes convenience store, which is at 5102 McPherson. They have arrested a man aged 33 years old by the name of Abigail Velasquez Dominguez. He was arrested and charged with assault, criminal mischief, and assault on a police officer. There were no injuries in this incident. They say he was allegedly upset when the beer coolers were locked. He punched the clerk on the head and got into his truck and drove into the store, costing thousands of dollars in damages. The suspect and a passenger were stuck inside the truck. Officers had to break out the windows to let them get out. We also have a picture that was sent to us by PD. This is a picture of the truck inside the store. So if we have any more details on this, we will continue to update this. You can find this story on our website as well at kgns.tv. But that happened overnight. All right, let's get to some stories now. The Rio Grande River flows over 1,800 miles, starting from South Laredo and extending to the Gulf of Mexico. While the landmark is an important water source, it's also at the center of a border security debate. Federal officials are using the latest technology and other methods to stop illegal crossings. They speak to our Kristen Del Rio on how a special unit is helping the agency's mission and border crisis, amid a border crisis.
They stand in four legs, wag their tail, but nonetheless they use their nose to sniff out any anomalies trying to legally or illegally enter the U.S. side of the border. It's the U.S. Customs and Border Protection K-9 units.
The CBP K-9 program, in particular with Office of Field Operations, has been in existence for roughly over 50 years. We have K-9s that are trained in 3 different disciplines here at the Port of Laredo.
In the U.S., there are over 300 ports of entry. 29 of them are in the state of Texas. 5 of these are located in the Gateway City, where K-9 officers Bjorn and other 4-legged officers like him assist their handlers at the Juarez Lincoln Bridge. They not only sniff out small vehicles, but big ones like charter buses. These officers even take an extra sniff once more while the vehicles approach the inspection booths. Juan Jose Medina is a K-9 supervisor for the CBP Office of Field of Operations, who says part of the training process for K-9 units is to adapt to its handler habits, take part in daily trainings, and learn how to detect illegal substances and human smuggling.
Well, one of the things that we have seen throughout these past few years is drug trafficking organizations are now utilizing or smuggling a lot of synthetic opioids such as fentanyl. They're coming in smaller amounts, but because they yield lucrative profits.
But it's not only at the bridges where the officers are getting the job done.
Laredo sector has 114 K-9 assets, and it ranges from different disciplines, which it starts with detection, which are the ones that actually you see at the checkpoints. And then we also have the tracking and trailing dogs, we have the search and rescue dogs, the human remains dogs, and the patrol dog.
Guillermo Pompa is the supervisor for the Border Patrol K-9 units, where he and his handlers have found more than 1,700 people during the 2023 fiscal year, hiding in trailer trunks and other vehicles at the checkpoints.
Humans actually work by visualizing what they see on the ground. Our dogs, they have their olfactory that actually helps them out, and they distinguish human contact scent, which is what humans actually expel from their body, which they expel like about 40,000 dead rats, which are skin rats that fall on the ground.
According to both K-9 supervisors, the K-9 program was put in place more than 50 years ago to have an extra set of eyes, ears, and nose to stop and prevent any possible threat from entering the country. With more than 1,500 K-9 teams, the CBP K-9 program is the largest and most diverse law enforcement K-9 program in the United States.
Trying to meet the challenge and protect the borders, and we do come together and train every once in a while to like we go over to the World Trade Bridge because they have more semi-trailers over there, and we train together and share tactics and share methods of training.
K-9 is a vital tool in our layered enforcement approach, and the more K-9 handlers and officers that we have, the better off we'll be.
For KGNS News, I'm Christian Del Rio.
Well, when it comes to the K-9 handlers, the CBP program has required trainings and certification standards. The agency helps the handlers with a number of things, including legal issues. Also, the K-9 team assists local law enforcement agencies when needed. 2 women are rushed to the hospital in serious condition. That's not the right one. This is the right one here. 2 women are rushed to the hospital in serious condition following a car accident in a South Laredo neighborhood. Eyewitnesses tell KGNS the 2-vehicle crash happened shortly after 5 in the afternoon along La Pita Mangana Road. First responders used the jaws of life to pull victims out of one of the vehicles. Fire officials say 2 women in their 40s were taken to a local hospital. No other details have been shared at this time. Almost a dozen people dash out of an SUV after a simple traffic stop turns into a chase in North Laredo on Monday. 3 men are now facing possible charges of human smuggling. It started shortly before noon when a trooper pulled over a black Ford Expedition for a traffic violation near the intersection of San Dario and Shiloh. When the vehicle finally stopped near Gateway Community Health Center, 11 people jumped out and ran. With the help of Border Patrol and Laredo Police, DPS caught all 11. 9 were turned out to be, illegal immigrants. 2 men are now in custody for smuggling them. Another person was arrested from a second vehicle involved. Well, the surge of illegal border crossings at the Texas-Mexico border back in May of 2021 sparked a disaster declaration in the state of Texas that remains in place to this day. Governor Greg Abbott renewed that declaration earlier this year, which includes 58 counties, Webb being one of them. On Monday, Webb County commissioners approved the continuation of this declaration during their meeting. County Judge Stano Tijerina tells folks not to be alarmed. The renewal is meant only to ensure additional funding is assigned to local law enforcement in their efforts to help secure the border.
We receive about $1.8 million of Operation Lone Star monies for the border crisis. There's no reason to get alarmed. There's no reason to, that we are an emergency disaster, because we're not in our reality. Again, it's just a formality that we had to do. Trust me, I tried different ways of looking at to see how we could do it. But after speaking at the governor's office and speaking at Texas and Austin, pretty much all the other counties are doing the same thing.
Texas Operation Lone Star has resulted in the arrest of over 480,000 illegal immigrants. And a man sentenced to 40 years in prison for killing a man in 2021 is requesting a new trial. Last month, Colton Quaid Branning was found guilty of murder in the death of Justin Heath Allen. During the trial, the state claimed Allen was recruited by Branning for smuggling undocumented people into Laredo. The trial lasted 4 days. According to court records, Branning has filed a motion for a new trial. A court hearing is set for tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning in the 111th District Court. While we go to the election, the early voting that's happening right now, we hit week 2, and people in Webb County have until Friday to vote early in the March primary election. So we have the latest numbers as of the 7th day of early voting. More than 1,500 people voted on Monday. Of those, about 1,400 voted in person. Just over 100 mail-in ballots were received. So in total, more than 11,000 people have gone out to the polls to pick the candidates that'll represent the Democratic and Republican parties on the November ballot. Some of the races include Webb County Sheriff Attorney and Tax Assessor Collector, as well as some resolutions on the Republican ballot. KGNS caught up with a couple of voters who say it's important to exercise your right to vote.
They can do the effort right now, because we're going to have somebody else that is going to be ahead of the problems we have right now. Right now we have the same people, the same people they don't do nothing.
I think it's an important thing to do, to vote and use my voice. I also think it's important to set an example and let my daughter know that when she's allowed to, that she should use her voice and make it loud who she votes for, and just put her opinion out there.
And again, you have until Friday to vote early. That'll be the 1st of March. The Webb County Elections Office is open this week from 8 in the morning to 8 at night. Election day, again, is next Tuesday, March the 5th. For more information on the elections, including races, sample ballots, and polling sites, go to our website at kgns.tv and click on the Elections Guide. And folks with outstanding warrants with the city have a chance for a clean slate. On Monday, the Municipal Court Amnesty Program kicked off. The goal of the program is to help those wanting to clear their record of any outstanding warrants or traffic violations to come forward and make arrangements without the fear of being arrested. Municipal Court Judge Jesus Dominguez says fees and other expenses can quickly add up, so the court is giving people a chance to explain their situation. One man we spoke to said he is relieved knowing this type of help is available.
Normally you just you think the worst, and you always do tend to feel as if all walls are closing in around you, and that actually helps open it up, and it's really refreshing.
Now, if you're interested in the amnesty program, you have until March the 22nd to make arrangements. Just go to the courthouse on Mayor Street. As part of our monthly honors program, Smiles from Heaven by Ray and Betsy Sanchez has been selected by KGNS Plus to honor for the month of February. The organization is our second recipient for the KGNS Honor Series. Ray and Betsy started the organization a couple of months after their daughter Bella passed away from childhood cancer. The organization began in 2019 and has been lending support and resources to families who are battling cancer in South Texas. They serve over 40 children diagnosed with cancer here in Webb County and also work with one hospital in Corpus Christi and 3 in San Antonio.
An honor. Like they said, we don't seek recognition, but it's also beautiful. Also, I mean, to be noticed in the community, and I guess people are seeing that we're making a difference, which we are daily. We're making a difference in the lives of children fighting cancer, thanks to our community, and we're here to fight alongside them.
And it's a beautiful feeling to see that our hard work hasn't gone unnoticed, and I was really not expecting this, so when they told us, it's just amazing to see it.
Well, Ray says their mission is to bring awareness to the little ones that are fighting cancer. KGNS Plus honors those unseen heroes in the community for their selfless efforts in town. If you know of someone you'd like to nominate, you can head over to our website, kgns.tv. And an annual event that provides a whole bunch of activities for the kids is set to return to North Central Park in a couple of weeks. The 14th annual Spring Break Kite Festival, hosted by the city's Parks and Recreation Department, is set for March 13th. Every year, kids of all ages head to North Central Park with their kites in hand to enjoy the festival. Eddie Millan with the Parks Department says this is the perfect family event for spring break.
We have the band, it's the local band. Everybody's going to enjoy it. It's a great day. It's a great time, family fun. There's vendors out there. We're going to have paddle boats out there. We're going to have train rides out there, inflatables. We have food vendors everywhere. So it's, plus a lot of activities from our people that go out there as vendors. So it should be a great time.
Millan adds that parkgoers can park their vehicles at the Walmart on Loop 20 and International, and they'll provide transportation to the park. The event is taking place Wednesday, March 13th at North Central Park from noon until 9 at night. It is free. Everyone is invited. So that is the week of spring break. That is the Wednesday of spring break, not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after that. That's all I have for now. The story from overnight is the man who allegedly drove his truck into a Stripes. This is the Stripes at Colton and McPherson Road. It's one of the newest Stripes that we have in town. Hasn't been there that long, and unfortunately they're dealing with a big mess this morning. We'll follow anything else that happens. We've got more newscasts still to come. 11 o'clock, Telemundo en tu casa, KGNS News at noon. I'll see you for that newscast. In the meantime, you can go to our website at kgns.tv for more details on all of these stories, including the one that we've been talking about that happened overnight. All right, that's all I got. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning here on the KGNS Digital News Desk. Have a blessed rest of your day.